Thanks for joining today. I'm Judy Pitchford, the Worldwide Head of Travel for AWS. I'm part of the larger travel and hospitality team. My colleagues and I focus on the specific needs of the travel and hospitality industry. AWS Travel is comprised of airlines, airports, travel providers such as travel sellers and technology providers, and ground transportation, which includes car rental, passenger rail, and bus operators. We know, especially now, that travel companies are unique, and we're proud to play our role in helping customers navigate this unprecedented time. Travel and hospitality represents some of the most well-known and loved brands in the world. Just think about your last travel experience and how much you're looking forward to engaging with that company again. The breadth and diversity of our customers also grants us a unique perspective to recognize common themes and challenges during times of disruption. It also means that the insights shared and lessons learned from today's session are applicable to companies everywhere. Having said that, we've witnessed companies go through three phases: response, continuity, and recovery. And while it hasn't been easy, we're really inspired by the tenacity and innovation of our customers at each stage. We've seen customers lean into technology in order to make them a more resilient organization, and that includes utilizing AWS services to enhance the customer experiences and increase operational efficiency to transform their business for the long run. You'll soon hear from the CEO of the world's largest airline consortium, Star Alliance, and I encourage everyone to check out the other two travel and hospitality sessions featuring Scott Strickland, the CIO of Wyndham, the world's largest hotel company, session ID TRV202, and Richard Haig of Just Eat Takeaway, the world's largest food delivery company outside of China, which recently acquired Grubhub. Richard is the CTO of Just Eat Brands, and its session ID TRV203. You can learn more about AWS Travel and Hospitality, access our new ebook about building resiliency, read our blogs, case studies, and more at aws.com/travel. So this is a challenging time in the travel industry, and I've really been inspired by the work customers have been doing on behalf of their customers. We've already seen the focus and investments on health, cleanliness, and safety at airports, on planes, trains, buses, etc. And I'm certain the innovations born out of this time will impact and improve the way we travel in the future. Having spent 25 years in the industry, I've seen travel companies deal with financial crises, union problems, stock market fluctuations, and they always show how resilient and innovative they are. This was exemplified most recently by AWS's software vendor partner, Elenium Automation. Elenium employed a suite of AWS services to create a touchless system that eliminates legacy and time-consuming processes and increase passenger flow. In fact, more than 700 check-in kiosks are in use by 30 airlines across 13 airports globally. Using a combination of AWS voice and facial recognition tools, including Amazon Lex, Amazon Poly, and Amazon Rekognition, Elenium's technology can identify people and process their requests without the need to physically touch anything. When the COVID-19 pandemic started, Elenium was able to pivot and quickly deploy an early detection health tool to make airport travel even safer. Elenium's innovations on behalf of the industry have helped restore the confidence to travel, and cloud technology enabled the company to respond to a new industry requirement. Speaking of innovation and the ability to adapt to change in the travel industry, I'm honored to be joined today by Jeffrey Goh, the CEO of Star Alliance, the world's largest global airline consortium, who we'll hear from very shortly. Star Alliance extends the respective networks of its 25 airline members. Last year, the alliance represented approximately 23% of the total scheduled traffic in the world. The group's slogan is "The Way the Earth Connects," and was born for two reasons: to enhance the customer experience and increase synergies for the carrier members. So without further delay, please welcome the CEO of Star Alliance, Jeffrey Goh.
Hello, everyone. Greetings from Star Alliance. I want to begin by thanking Amazon Web Services for this invitation and the opportunity to speak at this prestigious event. I'm particularly pleased to have the opportunity to talk to you a little bit about Star Alliance and to share with you snippets of how technology has been a key foundation of our progress and our ambition to be the leading global airline alliance, that delivers innovative solutions to connect people, businesses, and culture. And of course, to deliver value to our members and shareholders. But we also know that our ambition cannot be achieved and will not be achieved on our own, not in a fast-changing industry such as ours. Hence, we have been building key partnerships, a portfolio of partnerships over the years, no less in technology partnerships, one of which, importantly, is with Amazon Web Services. I want to say a few words on how we see this partnership position us for the new world that will inevitably emerge from the coronavirus crisis. Now, Star Alliance was born into a humble beginning when 5 airlines came together in 1997, a little bit over 20 years ago, to blaze the trail by setting out a vision to create global reach and connect the world, a creation that would change the shape of the industry. So today, Star Alliance serves almost 200 countries at over 1,200 airports. Across the alliance, we have a big portfolio of 1,000 lounges, one of which is at Los Angeles. Some of you may have been there, which has been recognized as the best alliance lounge for 5 consecutive years by Skytrax, and in our world is the leading barometer of achievements. These and much else besides come under the one banner of Star Alliance. Now, aviation is a rapidly evolving industry, but our strategy is and has been very clear: a comprehensive network that offers global reach to customers with seamless travel experience as our key proposition. Last year, in 2019, our members carried well over 700 million passengers across the world. We are very proud, as you can see from the map, to have members all over the world and who have received accolades in recognition of superior customer service as well as first-in-class products. From a humble but innovative beginning, and from where a global network was meticulously built, we understood from the very, very start that a key strategy was also to build technology solutions that would withstand the test of time. Looking back, I hope that has been proven, but these are solutions that would enable us to be agile and to position us to adapt to changes, no more so than the present, on which more in a minute. So in a little under 5 years ago, 2017 I would say, we made a deliberate shift in our strategy to be the most digitally advanced global airline alliance, delivering seamless travel experiences with a loyalty proposition that others would talk about. And while protecting that important asset of our global network, we are focused on making the customer journey and experience better by leveraging digital technology as well as automation. In the current climate, we are also evolving our technology, our strategy to ensure that we make the customer's journey hygienically safer. I hope in the last 48 hours you've heard from us as we announced our launch of the biometric solution at Frankfurt Airport and Munich Airport. But before we get there, just a few words among some of the customer-centric technology solutions that we've been developing over the recent years. One of which I want to tell you about is the interline seat selection, which enables our customers to select seats in advance on a connecting flight by another alliance member. Now, I'm sure many of you have had the experience of not being able to do so. And in today's day and age, we should be able to solve those kinds of expectations from customers. Online flight redemption, I should say, across our alliance, enabling our customers to take control of the experience in redeeming flights across all our members online. So in the comfort of your smart devices or tablets and in the time and place of their choosing. Baggage tracking is another, enabling our customers to find out the status of their bags, their checked bags, whoever they may be flying within the alliance. Now, regrettably, and it will not have escaped your notice, the industry has been upended by the coronavirus crisis from the start of the year. While we were keen to make sure that the progress in our digital roadmap did not come to a complete stop, which in so many ways the industry has itself, we had to attend to more pressing matters. And we would characterize this in 4 phases. Now, let me begin very quickly about the first phase, which is about adjusting to the crisis. Cost management, cost reductions, those were key for us. And then we had to very quickly turn to how we would adapt to the new world. How this new world would look like, how the new world would be reimagined. And very quickly we brought together our members to try to understand this, particularly on the biosecurity front, and some new world thinking alongside of that. And then we turned our attention to how we would restore confidence in air travel again. The network of flights that would bring people, business, and culture together. And we looked at how we would improve hygiene and safety to bring confidence back, to give customers that assurance. We developed a travel information hub so that we put information in the hands of our customers, airline rules, airport rules, and country rules. And last but not least, we want customers to be assured that if something should go wrong, it will be taken care of. And so we put together a framework of travel insurance for our members to offer to the customers. And somewhat ambitiously, back in April or June of this year already, we were planning the 4th phase of navigating this crisis, which was to incentivize travel. But with the benefit of hindsight, we know that that is really falling on deaf ears right now, and we've really parked the 4th phase of finding opportunities to incentivize travel as we continue to build confidence and restore confidence in air travel. Now, I want to say a few words here about our partnership with Amazon Web Services and the move to the cloud. When we began laying down the foundations for our digital roadmap, one critical consideration of that roadmap was our technology infrastructure and the environment. Perhaps we could have been a step faster and have our partnership with Amazon Web Services developed. But the decision to take ourselves to the cloud with Amazon Web Services was the right one at the right time. We are assured even today that the partnership with AWS is an important anchor for moving our strategy forward. And I will say that early results from it are very encouraging. So, for example, to begin with, the migration process at the very top of our partnership of our applications to the cloud was underscored by a positive experience. In a smooth transfer of data that did not involve any initial need to migrate the database infrastructure, that in itself was a plus. That was a win. This meant an instant reduction in process complexities and risks. And in a fast-moving world that we live in, and our industry is, we just don't have the luxury of being immersed in complexities and risks. Now, it also meant that we've been able to achieve reductions in our costs, almost 25%, in our server landscape by over 30%, response times, importantly, by over 20%. But the one thing I want to stress in moving our applications to the Amazon Web Services cloud is that these efficiencies have not come at the price of sacrificing quality. On the contrary, we have been able to set higher aspirations, particularly in service level availability. And that's a plus again and a win again for us. As well, these reductions were no compromises, or these efficiencies were no compromises in the promises to our customers and to our members. Using the AWS Elastic Container Service and the Fargate application, for example, we have been able to achieve better speed to market and through that accelerated deployment of our applications. In some cases, by up to 50% reduction in delivery time. And as I keep stressing, in this fast-moving industry of ours, that kind of reduction, the magnitude of that reduction is very critical in terms of delivering applications to our customers. Two recent product examples that I can share with you that were the beneficiaries of an accelerated deployment were the baggage tracking product, which I mentioned to you a little while ago, and the digital connection service, which is designed to assist customers in making tight connections with an interactive map in their smart devices. And that's a really big win for us in making sure that our customers seamlessly connect. And we wouldn't have been able to roll these out as quickly if we didn't go in with a big bang, I would say, with Amazon Web Services Cloud. Now, these efficiencies are critical to ensuring our continued capability to meet our customers' expectations and delivering on our customer experience strategy. To give you a flavor of the magnitude, if you take a look at the slide here, in a typical day in 2019, we processed almost 750,000 flight redemption requests in a day. We tracked over 1.2 million bags in a day and processed over 400,000 check-in messages involving 2 flights or more within and without our alliance. As I alluded to earlier, partnerships are key to executing our strategy and achieving our ambitions as a global airline alliance. It is fitting at this point that I take the opportunity also to acknowledge the collaboration that we've had for many years with Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, better known, who have accompanied us in our journey and guided us throughout the migration process to the cloud. Now, just a few words on the future of travel, the way we look at it here. Uncertain as it may seem, no prize for guessing at the present time, there is also much to look forward to in the future of air travel. And we continue to be excited by it. In fact, yesterday we were recognized by the Silicon Valley as the corporate innovation, to have received the Corporate Innovation Award for 2020. And that's part of our DNA. Several norms are worth noting just in terms of how we see the future unfolding. Our future has been and will be dictated by a paradigm where customers are mobile first and always connected. Customers will continue to seek instant gratification, expect information on demand, and services at their fingertips. And we've been guided in our digital strategy and our technology strategy, and one of which is really moving to the cloud with Amazon Web Services. Hence, it is crucial for us to ensure that as we move with these norms and provide the kind of conveniences that are consistent with expectations of customers when they travel. And certainly when they travel across our alliance, the experience is then denoted by seamlessness, both in the physical sense, expeditiously through an airport terminal, for example, as well as transactionally, on which I tried to say a few words about earlier on. But for that, I think technology, innovation, and resilience is and will be critical as it continues to shape and influence our future. And we are very deep in technology, innovation. That's part of our DNA. And we think that together with, we believe and we know that together with AWS and the cloud environment in which we're in is the way for us to go forward. So in closing, thank you for the opportunity today to speak at this prestigious event, but also an opportunity to share with you not only the story of Star Alliance, but also the belief that we are going all in with Amazon Web Services, because that's the way forward in making sure that we continue to deliver on our strategy. Thank you very much for now, and we look forward to future opportunities of sharing more stories with you.